I know you talked about it after the game, and it's something that you said you're going to work on. But the fumbles, have you identified anything on the fumbles? Have you worked on different things as far as your exchange this week, or how do you address it? I guess.
Yeah, it's a zone read concept where you can give it or pull it. I think just when you look at it, I think I'm just a little quick out of it probably. I keep hitting the back's hip. Uh, so something you work on in practice and just, both us and the running backs have been working on it.
How do you characterize Todd Bowles' defense in terms of the looks in the pressure packages?
Yeah, he's aggressive. He's going to try to take it to you, load the box, stop the run. It starts there, and then he can be very exotic and turn the heat up. And then if you don't have an answer for it, he's going to keep turning it up.
In terms of that too, he also likes to disguise coverages a lot. How just much of a challenge is that when you have someone who is proficient in disguising coverages like they are?
Yeah, they've been a good defense for a long time doing that. Everywhere he's been, they make you work on every play. Kind of a lot like we do here. So I think a lot of training camp stuff of just trusting your eyes, trusting your communication. Trust your rules, and allows you to try to play fast.
Could you describe what it's like to feel like you have a good pre-snap read versus you don't have a good pre-snap read?
Yeah, a lot of it's play specific. Some of it you're like, I don't care what they're in. This is what we're running. And the other ones you want a real good read. And teams, most teams have gotten really good at disguising things and making things look the same. And like I said, he'll present a loaded box and spin out into some different things or bring pressure away from where you think it might be coming. It's just something they do and they're good at.
Was there a time where all this stuff just kind of made sense to you, like where it kind of clicked with you, like, oh, I know what this is now?
In terms of
reading coverage, seeing fronts, that kind of thing. Maybe high school, college, whatever it might have been.
Yeah, I mean, college, I'm fortunate to, get a lot of starts in college and, you still use a lot of those instincts that you got from that, all those games. And then just each year in the league, you just kind of just consume it. It's almost like you wake up one day, it's like, I get it. Like it kind of almost just feeds in what you're seeing. You start putting pieces together. I can't think of a specific time really, but over the years, yeah, you start to, fit things together and you see it better.
Have you always enjoyed that chess part of it, like just from playing your position and matching up again, whether it was high school or college or whatever, of going against somebody like that?
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, that's why you play. That's why you study. That's why you watch all that film, and that's why you practice. To get to go do that, that's fun. That's another way to compete.
Is it easier for you to play with Brock since he's playing a lot of center this year than being a second-team guy, your chemistry level?
Yeah, when he's in there as center, like I said, yeah, all preseason you're with him, and last year, the year before, so real comfortable with him in there at center too.
The touchdowns to Jalen, Brooks, and Tolbert were both clear-outs that just kind of developed, over time. When the play's going on as long as it is, are you just in the back of your mind knowing, like, okay, I do have that clear-out coming back, or is it just you keep your eyes open? How do those kind of formulate?
Yeah, JT's was, I just saw him, we got out there and just kind of like junkie, number 2 sitting out there waiting for the flat and looked up and saw JT just, running. On both touchdowns, guys are just hauling ass and they're working to get open. And JT put his hand up, kind of saw X in no man's land back there and was able to get over him. So that was kind of him playing ball, me trusting his angle. And then JB is just unbelievable effort. When you look at him, and he ran like 75 yards, full speed, and then to make that catch at full speed when you're tired, really impressive. And on that, when you rolled out right, the whole play's going left. It was kind of an oh crap moment, but then you look up and saw him busting his butt to get over there. It was big time.
You talk about his effort on that play too, but that seemed like a pretty high difficulty throw that you made there. When you review it, would you say that was a pretty high difficulty completion in that? And was that one of your better throws in that situation?
Yeah, it was probably one of the better ones I've ever had in life. Really, I don't know where it came from, but it came out at a good time. But yeah, it was on the run there. You just kind of throw it out to the pylon. Like I said, trusting his speed. He was running. You knew you just had to leave it out there for him.
Is that a play too? You talked about, everyone talks about the benefit of getting more snaps and being in that situation. Is that a throw? If you hadn't been playing over these last few weeks, would you have even made it? Say this would have been your first start.
I think there's a like you said, it can be a comfort level of extending the play. You know, with things breaking down. You know, realizing there's no one around me. You have time still. That comes with playing. There's a feel for that, and it's very hard to replicate in practice. So I think there can be a comfort level with more reps and more playing that you know, you realize you have time, or you can roll out here or extend the play here and there.
On your touchdown to CD, it kind of just looked like one-on-one, I'm throwing it to him. How great is that to have that kind of safety blanket? How would you assess the way he's playing for you right now?
Yeah, I mean, that guy is a warrior. He's out there, you know, playing his butt off. He's catching the ball, running the ball. I don't think people realize how good after the catch he is, strong. You know, a couple of those screens he's taken for chunks. And on that particular play, yeah, you just one-on-one, you just that catch, I mean, that's not an easy catch. A little underthrown, kind of just try to put some air on to give him time to see it, but still underthrown. And for him to make that adjustment was incredible.
He's landed a lot on his shoulder over the last few weeks, and he's got a sprained AC joint. Do you cringe a little bit every time you see him kind of go down on that shoulder and then have a sigh of relief?
Yeah, when he hops back up, it's all good. Yeah, all good. Take as much time you need down there, but hop back up.
You talked about the huddles more lively with Brock in there. How so? What is it?
Yeah, lively, I guess, is a good word. I mean, those guys are just they're talking, they're communicating. He's kind of a coach on the field type. You know, he's always reminding guys of things, different alerts, because there's a lot of stuff happening up there up front, right? So, you know, he's talking to those guys, keeping those guys in tune, and just brings a general attitude that I think a lot of guys feed off of.
Cooper, you started on Sunday night. Minnesota 1 year and won that game. Coming back to another Sunday night game, is your routine different as you get ready for that game, and then just knowing everybody's watching this from your thoughts?
Yeah, it's just another game. I mean, I've been here for a long time, kind of used to the schedules of these late night games and all that. So that helps, being around for a while. And me and my brother are actually joking about, like, for some reason I have a ridiculous amount of primetime starts for how many starts I have. It's like kind of the ratio is kind of funny. So it's just how the chips fall and when you're at this place. And it's fun, though. It's fun. Mike lays out a great schedule for us as players to get ready for it.
You're among the most even-keeled guys for sure on the roster. You looked like you wanted to throw something after the Carolina touchdown following the fumble. Was that as much of a test as you had of kind of keeping your cool and moving on?
Yeah, probably, because that was solely on me. You know, defense is playing their butt off. I mean, and then that happens, and it was real frustrating knowing that, you know, we were playing better than what the score was, and but we got over at halftime and we were able to come out.
With the kind of movement on the offensive line and different guys in different places, obviously, you know, their communication is one thing. Is there anything that you've got to do when there are different guys in there to alert them to different things, or do they kind of handle that themselves?
They handle it as a room. I mean, they're coached very well, so next guy up understands what needs to be done. The QB really doesn't have to change much. You know, they adapt to, you know, your cadence, things like that. And but they're just well trained as a group together. You know, they do everything together. That's how that room is. And so, you know, I lost my train of thought. But that room's, you know, they're always together, always hanging out, so it's pretty seamless.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.